Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is an absolute joke. No, seriously, they got jokes. It's an April Fool's event. What, you thought I was gonna make fun of Master Duel? Not today, because this is actually a pretty good event. And we're gonna do it on video! The Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel actually has an event happening right now called Duel Trial Infinite Cards. And what this is you're starting with 16 cards in hand, which sounds insane. Now, I know you're thinking, are you playing Exodia? I wish. The Exodia head is banned, so you can't actually just Exodia people. That would be pretty funny. But what people are doing is they're playing a lot of burn cards, so we can stop that. I have something that I threw in for that situation. But the mode is kind of fun, and we're going to be playing Dark Magician today because one of the weaknesses with Dark Magician right now at the current moment in the game is you need too many moving parts to make the deck really, really viable. So what happens when we start with 16 cards? Why not today's video? We're going to go ahead and hop in, get a couple of W's, maybe a couple of losses, see what happens. And since I'm playing Dark Magician, I guarantee you I'm still somehow going to brick with this deck. So, coin tosses, whether I go first or second doesn't really matter. I did throw in a bunch of, I'm gonna go first or second here, okay. I did throw in a couple of turn 2 cards to help in that situation. And since I don't have to worry about engines since you're drawing 16 cards, we should be fine. Last year, if you guys remember, they did an Exodia event where it's only Exodia pieces. Oh my gosh, look at these, look at this hand. Now, what I noticed from the corny side, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can never not have fun, what I'm seeing is a lot of people playing card destruction. They card destruction you, they play like 26, 41 cards, whatever. Here we go. Here we go. They play like 40 something cards above you, then they card destruction you, and then they win. The other one is it's a lot of burn, and to alleviate the burn, I'm playing 3 copies of this. You just discard it, you take no burn damage. Usually when you activate this against people who play like Tremendous Fire and stuff, they just leave. But in this situation, what are you playing? Magical Mallet. They gotta be farming for card destruction. Okay, it is a burn deck. All right, this is gonna be great. They're gonna love this. The second they try to burn me, I'm gonna chain Hanewada, and it's gonna be great. Yes, please, please. There it is. There it is. No, absolutely not. We're not taking any damage today. Do I still take the cost for this? Okay, they're gonna burn me with this first. I should let them chain. So they're gonna get. Was this 300, 300? Well, not yet. So it's gonna send 1, and now I'm chilling, and then this is gonna trigger, but then it won't. Why do Yu-Gi-Oh! Players always find a way to immediately be annoying in events like this? It's like, I wanna burn my portal for 1,000, for 1 billion damage. It's these same people that go on social media, by the way, they complain that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is all about solitaire these days. Because they wanna play decks like this where they go first and just burn you for 8,000. And then when you stop, they're like, Yu-Gi-Oh's too broken, bro. Too broken. So depending on what they drew here, they can do a lot of damage. Yeah, so it's their Secret Barrel, which is gonna be a lot of damage, by the way. A lot of damage. That's fine. I might actually be dead here. Ooh, am I dead? I have, how many cards in hand? 16. I think I'm dead. Close to, no, that's, yeah, that's game. Because then these are gonna trigger. Yeah, yeah, that literally just killed me. All because I didn't draw my. Somehow I still bricked with 16 cards. Isn't that crazy? I ain't even gonna give you the satisfaction of being annoying. I'm begging to go talk to anybody. Friendship time. Perhaps talk to a mate, because you clearly don't have a mate. You know, you have nobody in your life. That's why you're playing in the deck like this. Now, in case you're not familiar with Duel Trial, the way that works is they're always available for like 3 days for some reason. I don't know why they don't do them longer. I wish we would do more with them. They're not always like this, but they tend to be more extreme rules here and there. Sometimes they do like anime based only. They do like older formats like GOAT and Edison. And then they did Exodia last year, and now we have this. Do I have a Hanewada in my hand? If I don't, I might. How am I not opening with any Hanewadas? Let me check. Oh, I got one. Okay, so to try to burn me, I can activate that. But I still need a second copy. The fact that I open up with this many cards. Ooh, what are you doing? What are you activating? They might call Hanewada. Oh, Droll. Okay, Droll's. Who's playing Droll in this mode? Reload. They reload. Yeah, they reload the entire hand. Oh my god. 50. They are 100% trying to card destruction me. I will. Yeah, you can have that one. I will do that. I will draw 2. Ah, Hanewada. See, they also went through the same trials and tribulations that I've been through. Let's go ahead and drop the infinite cards, and we can drop. Thinking. Oh, you know what? This is gonna trigger. They're gonna trigger Diabellstar for me. Yeah, Bellstar, the Black Witch. Summon. What are you gonna do, Maxi me? I mean, you could if you want to, I guess. Call by the grave? Oh no! Okay, yeah, sure. At least I don't gotta worry about that next turn in case they try to burn me and I try to activate Hanewada. Well, there goes the Bellstar. I do have Hallowed in hand. And I don't have my Deception, which is fine, okay. Well, let's see how far this gets us. Reload again? I'm not activated. I know they're saving their card destruction here. So the way card destruction resolve is I would dump 16 cards and then draw 16 cards, and what they do is they recycle it back and then there it is. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Yu-Gi-Oh players. Luckily, I had the power of Bellstar in my hand, so we get to survive here. That would have been so bad. Because if I didn't activate Bellstar, they would have just called by the Ash Blossom and then I got cooked. Oh, see, they're trying to do it again. Okay, here we go. Well, this is a problem. This is somewhat of a problem. Okay. Well, they're setting their cards so they don't draw as much. Yeah, there it is. I guess I'll activate a Hanewada just cause. Might as well. Unironically, I don't have the best hand, so it's fine that I can lose this and I can draw the next 16, but I'm only gonna draw 14 here. Yu-Gi-Oh players, when it comes down to like having, you know, fair stuff, this is what they always tend to do. You're doing it again? You know, I said that that's what they do. They activate card destruction and they do it again. I didn't think about spell reproduction already being in their hand, despite them opening with 16 cards and activating reload twice. You know, my bad, I guess. What we're witnessing right now is a prime issue with Yu-Gi-Oh! In modern times. It's not about don't hate the player, hate the game, it's the inverse. You absolutely should hate the player in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's players like this all around that will do anything so you can't play. That's why Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in the state that it's in today. I say this all the time and I stand by it. If Yu-Gi-Oh! Didn't have annoying players, we would have nowhere near the issues that the game has today, because nowadays people only find ways to play around stuff like this and just be annoying. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Hand is pretty decent. I wish I had Tamias in my hand from the start. If they happen to have Maxi or Fuva, we don't really care because we can make them deck out basically. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm activate Deception first. Go ahead. And then we're going to Hallowed Azumina. Gonna go into, well, I could have done both, but I don't run the Azumina package in this, right? Yeah, I don't. Okay, so let's just go into Sylvia like this, and we'll send you away. Bam. They don't have any. They probably have board breakers then. They're probably gonna hit me like with a kaiju or something, or try to like Raigeki my field. So we gotta set up some kind of negate for that. So let's see if I can even get that far. All right. So what do I actually want to do then in this situation? Imperm? You're imperming that? Okay. They must have, if that's the case, they must absolutely have a, go ahead and do this now. They must have Nibiru in their hand. Do I have Barone in this deck? I don't. I briefly built this deck a while ago, but I didn't like fully flesh it out. That makes sense. I was just testing with Dark Magician when DMod came out, and then why are you activating it? You know, did I not activate the? Oh, I did not activate the Bellstar. Okay, I was gonna say that was stupid. Solely because they just watched me activate. First of all, you walk into Triple Tactics Talent. That's the case, but you literally watched me do all the important stuff already. What are we doing? Now I can do this and then get into the cards that I need. Going to Illusion of Chaos. I'm going to normal summon Illusion of Chaos. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna do this instead. Do I have the Gaze of Tamias, but I don't have the other one. Okay, let's go into, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Do Magician Souls, and let's send you away. Gonna then activate Magician Souls, special summon it. Let's send Illusion away. You know what? We're gonna send Dark Magician Girl away because I can summon her from the graveyard. Like that. They have something else they can activate. Probably another imperm. That's probably what most likely is. So we're gonna go ahead and bait that out here in a second. Activate. We're gonna send infinite cards because we don't need that, and we'll send Dark Ruler no more because again that doesn't do anything in our hand right now. Boom. You're gonna hit me with imperm again. Yeah. Or Veiler. That works too. That's fine. I wonder what made him go like this is gonna be funny. Let's give him 16 cards. Okay. Then now we're just kind of freestyling at this point. We're gonna go ahead and activate Shining Sarcophagus. Activate it. We're gonna get. Actually, I'm just gonna grab Dark Magician Girl. If I can be honest with you. Do that. I already have this. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and summon you like that. Oh, this is gonna be great. I have a great idea. He's gonna go into D mod. Let's see if they have another Veiler or Imperm in hand. We're at like what 4 summons now. They're definitely waiting to nib me. That's exactly what they're waiting for. You know what? Let me go for this. And then I'm going to activate you. Let's send Dark. No. Yeah, let's send you away. Do this. Bam. I think I run 2 okay, I think I run 2 copies of this. Now, if they want to nib me, they can. I can activate Soul Servant. And we're gonna go for Secrets of Dark Magic. Gonna go ahead and draw 2 more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Wow. Soul Servant into into Timaeus. That kind of worked out in my favor. This is what I was basically digging for. We're gonna draw one more time off of Wanted. They don't seem to have nib because they were already done it. Let's go ahead and send this back. Basically what I'm digging for is that. And then we're gonna go ahead and activate Secrets of Dark Magic to get Dragoon out. Now if they happen to have you and you, if they happen to have nib, we don't care. It's actually really complicated to go through 16 cards and try to look at all the lines in my head. All right, so now we're protected there. We're gonna activate this. Not for no reason, actually, just cause for the vibes. I am gonna go into. I'm thinking we go into Masquerina. Let's go and do you and you, and then the Gaze of Timaeus will turn into. I mean we have options to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So here's a little tech. Watch this. We're gonna go ahead and send Sylvia back because they negated it, right? So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna summon Diabell Star. Setting the one of those away. Boom. We're gonna reset Deception because it's shuffled back into the deck. And then I'm gonna get another negate out. Boom. If they happen to have something else, which I don't think they do. I'll be honest, with something like this, I don't think I'm doing much still. Let's go ahead and get Sylvia back out. There you go. I realized I can also toss in like a Rowan in here. I can do a lot. I just saw an excuse to run his deck because I don't really get to play this as often. We're then gonna go into. I'm gonna make that. Unset this here. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna just do this. And then one of these. Is that good enough for us? Yeah. Yeah, sure. Activate Deception. Get a reset. I don't really have to do that. And then I can use Masquerina with Dark Magician Girl to go into whatever. All right, so I think the first thing we do is we're going to flip this, the Gaze of Timaeus, and make, sending you back. We're gonna go ahead and make our dragon now. Timaeus, the United Dragon. I think this card's incredibly underrated. A lot of times people don't read what this card does and then they die to it. It's unaffected for basically until the end of my next turn. So I get this turn and the next turn to be unaffected. The pop is whatever. We don't really care about MST, essentially. But it being invincible is what makes it so good. I wish it was also untributable. Now I'm gonna assume with them playing this many cards, I'm about to get hit by a kaiju. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of want to go into yeah, I'm gonna do that. Masquerina. We're gonna go into SP Little Knight here because I do not want to deal with Dragon Link right now. They normal summon that, And I'll be able to do a lot of interruptions still with this field. We should still be good, I think at least. We'll see. We have 13 more cards to get through. You playing Metalmorph? Oh, they're doing what I'm doing. They're playing like a weaker deck. That's fine. I think what I'll do is I'll just negate that. No, when they said it. No, when they said it, I'm just going to pop whatever card. Nah, honestly, I'm just going to Sylvia this. They might have called by the grave, in which case they do. They don't. Okay. So the Metalmorph deck, they can set and flip immediately, which gets them into like the main board. If I would have popped it with Timaeus, it would just chained it. Okay. Don't tell me that this is all we're gonna see out of your turn. Don't tell me this is your turn. You can set one face down card. You control the graveyard, so summons card. Oh, infinite cards. Do we care about this? What does this do? No. I have 60 seconds. I forgot. My turn lasted so long. Oh no. We're gonna ash that one. I like how I've ran into probably the only other person playing like an anime deck right now. Metalmorph is no good by any means, but in a power level like this, they could probably still do a lot like board wipe. And I'm sure they're running like kaijus and stuff like that that also can clear my board and then they get to take their turn back. Because opening with 16 cards is nuts. Yeah, go ahead and activate that. Oh, when it's activated. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't read that correctly. I guess I'll pop that one. Yeah, we'll pop that one. No. Go ahead and just get rid of that. I was gonna wait for them to activate this field spell, but with 60 seconds, I didn't properly read it. Shocker, I know, right? Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read. All right, now what do? They have 7 cards left. We still got some things we can do. I don't really care about this. Well, I can do this. Boom and boom. Just banish both. And then this doesn't equip. Let's try to send this to the graveyard. No. I think that one we're going to say no with to Dragoon. No! Goodbye, Forbidden Droplet. Isn't it crazy that I have 16 cards and I have no cards in my hand right now? Really goes to show you like the weakness of this specific variant of this deck where you want to have something in hand, but with Deception playing along with Dragoon and they both discard because the Abdalstar discards and then Dragoon discards, it doesn't really work out as much. All right, what are we doing here? Sure, I can hit this with Forbidden Droplet. And I'm going to send the Abelstar away. The Abelstar. Decide. So they have 4 cards left. Was that enough? Go ahead and just negate this and stop this from happening. Now the last 4 cards do basically do everything here. Okay. Oh no! I meant to activate her. No, bring her back. Prima, you were waiting to do that last. All right, what they add? They add a drill beam, which means they have a normal monster or a Prima monster in hand. Maybe Prima Ether Barrel. If they activate that, which they are, they're gonna target one. They're gonna realize they can't target this. They're gonna target this right here, and realize it doesn't work. Watch. Yep. Yep. There it is. And they're like, "Why game bug?" Again, no one ever reads Timaeus United Magical Dragon. It's a great card. Is it better than Dragoon? It can be in certain situations. All right, so we know that they have Imperial Dragon in hand, and I believe this doesn't really do much. Now they're gonna go into some linking here. Little Knight. Why do I have a feeling that they're gonna try to target? Oh, they didn't even summon a extra deck monster. Ooh, see, I should have popped that one. I should have popped that one. You know what? I should have flipped Deception, to be honest, or not Deception, but Eternal Soul. What's the goal here? Once per turn. What should be like Shangri-La or something like that? Either that or like Full Metal Black. Oh. So this doesn't do anything. Watch. They're gonna target Timaeus again because they're dumb. Watch. Oh, okay. They're taking her. Okay, that's fine. But then what's the play here? What are we doing? What can you make? Avermax? Okay, you're literally just hitting buttons at this point. What are the odds that they target Timaeus the United Magical Dragon with this? What are the odds? Okay, you were smart about that one. You were smart about that one. Now this is the part where you're gonna run into Timaeus the United Magical Dragon and not read the card. Yep. Here we go. Every time. Yep. And then they're gonna realize, I made a mistake. Because now I'm going, bro. I think they're giving up. Do I have, can I summon a Dark Magician? Do I have a Dark, I have a Dark Magician. Dark Magician, Dark Magic Attack. Let's summon my Dark Magician. I want a Dark Magician finish here. Boom. Why should I have like Mirror Force or something? Right. I'm just gonna go for the attack, bro. We're not gonna play any games. We're just gonna swing. Sylvia, boom. Get rid of you. I know the timer is done. And they're gonna scoop. All right, that's Yu-Gi-Oh with 16 cards. I want to do one more duel, but let me switch decks. I will say I liked their event last year because last year it felt more like a joke because you're just literally who can summon Exodia first. This year feels more like I don't really want to play the game when my opponent has 16 cards in their hand. So, you know what? It goes to the title. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is an absolute joke in this event. It's a great game. I like the game a lot. It's got its flaws, but it's a pretty fun game for what it is. All right, I switched to my main deck. I know my editor is so excited seeing the greatest deck of all time on the field right now. So what we're going to do first is we're going to activate Deception. Boom. With it, we need to get into Hallowed. I need to get my hands into Hallowed Azumina right away. The question is will they allow it? Activate. Let's go ahead and send, I guess, you away. Are you gonna Ash Blossom this? They are ashing this, which is interesting. I wouldn't have done that, only because I have other cards that can be more dangerous in this situation. But sure. Because with 16 cards, you should already assume that I have Hallowed in hand, but I don't. Okay, now we're gonna go into LZ. I'm going to send infinite cards away. You're gonna activate, oh, they don't have anything, okay. Boom. Let's do, I guess you. I already have Tails. This is gonna activate. So they have something on the field that triggers, like they have an impermanence or they have like a Veiler or something. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna activate this and make them think that I don't have my other card. We'll send Afs away because it's gonna reset itself. They're gonna imperm. No imperm, okay. They're gonna imperm this, watch. Ash doesn't matter at this point, but we could have chain blocked. If you're new to Yu-Gi-Oh, you can like block cards how they activate in order, because usually effects activate in order and they're just gonna leave. So what I mean is if two cards activate, you can say I activate Estella first, and then I activate Afs in my graveyard. And then you can't be all like, I respond with Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom responds to like a card that's activated. Yu-Gi-Oh is a game of laws and lawyers. But yeah, we didn't get to do much. I will do one more. It's actually funny. I always try to tell people that modern Yu-Gi-Oh is a lot more fun than people try to say it's not online. And because a lot of people also always message me saying they want to get into the game. With how do they do it? Some decks would recommend. I do recommend the game. It's a lot of fun. It's just you have to look at it from a perspective of it's way different than it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. The whole game today is like a completely different psyche to what it was back then. Because back then you just set a card and you end a turn. Here it's about building your board, breaking your opponent's board, knowing like what cards to play. The Ash Blossom of today is the MST and the Dust Tornado of 25 years ago. Like all these cards are like important. And in certain situations, you don't open with the best cards to defend yourself while going second. Ooh, Blue Eyes. And in situations like this, so that means they already have Maiden with the Eyes of Blue. Yep, there she is. I feel like a card like Ash Blossom doesn't matter in the format where there's 16 cards. So this is gonna be very, very interesting to break. In fact, this would be a good one to end it on, because we'll show you like the thought process of how to figure out how to get through this. Because the thing about this deck, it's pretty strong when it goes first, especially when it's uninterrupted. When it's uninterrupted, it's borderline unbreakable sometimes. We are going to Ash Blossom this. because it's going to add 2 more cards, and we don't want them to have that kind of advantage. Blue Eyes got sent away. We're going to say Ash Blossom to this. There's a possibility to have Triple Toxic's Talent because it's a large hand, and I can get punished now for stopping the card at the wrong situation. But knowing that they added didn't really matter. 16 cards, remember, 16 cards. All right, we're going fully uninterrupted then here. Can I break this? If I do draw into Dark Ruler No More, which I do run in this deck at 2, we can actually like completely end their entire board. I think Dark Ruler No More is one of those cards that's very, very good. A lot of people online will tell you otherwise. I posted a screenshot where they saw Dark Ruler No More, and people on Twitter who are just annoying and just don't do anything with their day try to be all like, oh, you're playing Dark Ruler No More, you're bad. I'm like, the card literally responds to like half the decks in the meta right now. Like, what are you talking about? Unironically, the one thing that always cooks me with this deck is what the card that I just said. It's always Majesty. Majesty is a pretty good card. Majesty, I'm thinking maybe Imperm, maybe Super Poly. Ooh, we're getting a lot of back. Those are all Imperms. Those all gotta be Imperms. All right, now they gotta discard 2 cards. So we'll be able to get some information here. Infinite cards, obviously, because it's added to every single hand. And then Maiden of White. All right, so. Ooh, what a fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh card. Let's do this. I'm gonna call Ultimate. No, I'm gonna call Majesty here. Majesty. Actually, I could have called Imperm as well. They're gonna negate this here, and we're gonna dump our entire hand to clear out this field. They didn't do it. Okay. Now we do this, and we're gonna dump 1, 2, 3, and I wish I had a trap card too. 4. So they can chain. So if they chain Majesty right now, they can chain something else. And then, so the way Droplet works, Droplet says your opponent can't respond to the cards you send. But if they activate Majesty, then they can chain both of these. Fun fact. So if my opponent is smart, they didn't do it. I was like, they could have activated Majesty right now and then chained their dragons and then still got a negate out. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. I didn't even need to send 4. In my mind, I'm like, I didn't even see what the last card was. That's how much I didn't care about it. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and bait out all these cards. So there's a possibility that they have Call by the Grave in the graveyard. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm just gonna send you away, which is fine. Yeah, Bellstar. We're gonna set Decepcion. See what that gets me. But also, if they stop this, I don't care. What is that going to do? Oh, you're doing that. Interesting. Oh, I see. They're probably trying to bait out my Call by the Grave. I'm gonna go ahead and hit that no. So if they have a second one, which they might, they can chain that now and then stop this. But even if they do, I don't really care. What this lets me do, it lets me get to my, they do have 2. It lets me get to the field a lot easier than I wanted. But it's gonna add a bit of a, you know, little extra step I gotta do, which is fine. Max C, are you sure you want to do that? You probably should not play Max C in this event. I'm gonna be honest. I'm about to deck you out. I'm absolutely gonna deck you out. 17 cards, you are cooked, buddy. They're probably so excited, like they were like, "Oh, I'm about to draw a billion cards, bro." I don't know if you want to do that actually. If you draw into your 3rd Veiler, it's dead. I don't really care. And you can't pop my field, and all these are negated, so we're chilling. So these are probably Imperm. There's probably maybe there's another Ultimate Fusion there, but I also doubt it. Let's go ahead and do Tales of the White Forest. I'm gonna activate this. It's gonna get that Imperm baited out, because you definitely want to hit this card. Oh, Dominus Purge, great option too. They don't have a trap, so we don't really care. We don't care. All right, so that's done for the turn. So we got Purge. They're gonna see me activate this, send Tails away. You're gonna realize, oh, you already had it. Actually, do I want them to know? I don't think I want them to know. Because Hallowed is basically dead here. Right? Hallowed is dead. No, I can still get to it. All right, let's go and send this away. I'm going to now play the game called You're Going to Lose All Your Cards. At some point, my opponent is going to activate one of these cards because they're going to forget that it's been dropleted. Get you. Draw a card. You're going to deck out here. You're going to deck out here. I'm gonna make sure you lose all your cards here. This is one of those situations where they probably just queued in with their normal deck that they play in rank, but you gotta also know the environment you're in. You're in a game where you start with more than half, basically half your deck. And it's gonna result in you lose, because we're gonna get through this. We're gonna get through these 15 real fast. Hallowed Azamina. Let's send Diabellstar Vengeance away. Orly load, really? Sure. I don't need that. Once again, I don't need that. And thank you for getting that out of the way as well. I completely forgot about that card for a second. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's go summon you now. You know what I'm gonna do here though? I'm gonna activate this. I'm gonna activate it for the sole purpose of getting Nibiru checked. Let's get rid of you and you. Because I don't want to get nibbed. Oh, Droplet. Okay, that works too. Once again, doesn't do anything for me. I'm gonna win this way. You do realize you didn't have to do that. Why'd I send two? What else do you think is gonna happen? Oh, they're gonna hit a Stellar. Duh. Right? You're hitting a Stellar? No, my opponent is just a moron. Never mind. I gave them too much credit. I'm gonna see two. How many cards did they send? Oh, they sent two from the hand, two from the field. Okay, got it. They didn't have to do that. I don't know why they just got rid of the entire hand. All right, now we do this. Go into you and you. Boom. Do that. I still want to deck them out. Activate this. Activate that. We're going to have to send a card away since we already have everything. We can safely send Tails away now. We don't care. I can go into Barone and then make sure I don't get nibbed and then just win that way. We might have to do that, actually. We'll do you. Okay, perfect. Now, honestly, check this out. Yo, peep the game. First of all, let's activate this first. Let's get another body out. Because why not? I want him to draw everything. I want him to have nothing left. Oh, I forgot that was that was my fault. I just got Droplet a turn ago, dog. Okay, that's fine. All right, now we do this. You're gonna think I'm gonna go into whatchamacallit? No, we're gonna do this. I actually have options still. All right, now we're nib proof. I ain't gotta worry about Nibiru. You're dead. Keep drawing, bro. Activate this. Let's go ahead and send you out. Honestly, you know what's funny? You wanna know how dead they actually are? Let's go ahead and do this first. I'm gonna send you away so yeah, I have that in the graveyard. You're beyond dead. You wanna know why? They have one big mistake. They have Majesty set, by the way. That's the card they're sitting on. And Majesty is not gonna see the light of day. Let's get rid of Curse. Let's get rid of activate that and go for Philia. They're gone. Essentially what's gonna happen is I was gonna blow up their True Light, which blows up their entire field and just attack and then do it that way. But I don't know what the plan was. Point is, they had the right call. You know what? Let me see their deck. They had the right call. They have a singular Maxi in here and a singular Nib and a singular Droplet and then evenly matched to go second. This is actually pretty diabolical because if you go second and you have 16 cards, you activate evenly matched. If you negate it, they activate another one and then you still lose your board, which is insane. And then you just win turn two. They had the right call, but them playing Maxi was probably stupid because with you having essentially 16 cards in your starting hand, and then after you do your turn, you're gonna have no cards left. Even though I played a pretty strong deck, they still shouldn't have lost that. But it just comes down to, I guess, you know, order of operations. I don't know what else you could have done. What was the point of Maxi? Because this is negated. So Maxi would have only drawn into Nib. They had already activated Ash. And then you already activated Dominus Purge. So this is gonna do nothing for you. I think they just got trigger happy and activated for no reason, but yeah. Anyways, Master was a joke, but that was a lot of fun. I like how sometimes I do these videos to perspective and tell you like, oh, you should try this game out, you're gonna have a lot of fun. And then the first two videos, or the first two duels in this video were me just losing turn one. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Hey, it's part of the game. Sometimes you open great, sometimes you don't. And sometimes you run into players like that who activate Maxi for no reason and they're about to deck themselves out. The only reason why they didn't get decked out is because they did stop some key cards that they didn't have to do, but they did it anyways for whatever reason. They probably did it because they didn't want to keep drawing. Let's realize that they used both of their Veilers there, so this was going to go into nothing. So pretty much the only defense was this card, and once I make Barone, I was guaranteed to win at that point. But I promise the game was a lot of fun. Luckily, by the time you see this video, this event should be gone. If not, this ends on April 3rd. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Master Duel is a joke. Great April Fool's event, I guess. Last year was better. I'll see you in the next upload.